Hello everyone and welcome back to another edition of Let's Play Empire Total War. Game plan for this particular session is going to be continuing to slap Europe around a bit, namely France and Spain, and then moving on into in the United States and America region, moving our army here down this way to sweep into the Cherokee territory, as I've been saying for the last several parts, has been part of our overall grand strategy. Some tips that I have received, I've looked over the map, and frankly, they are very good tips that I should actually pay attention to. Um, One, request to recruit fewer units, which is actually a good idea, especially over here. I do want this cannon, if only for the sake of having an additional cannon in this particular army. I don't feel that this singular cannon is sufficient for that. Secondly, what I'm going to do with that money that I have saved is the second suggestion, which would be to repair this port to get trade commerce flowing once again into Britain through Greenwich there. So that is certainly a good idea, and again, we're not desperate up for money anymore because I've kicked up the taxes on the nobles, but at the same time, certainly a little bit more financial prudence is merited. So thank you very much for those suggestions, and obviously I will very much put them into place. Uh, so we've got 189 florins now, or monies, or whatever. I'm not sure what this. It's no standard unit of currency that it tells you. But 189 gold, and we will be getting about 3,000 more at the start of the next turn, and we will begin dumping that very nearly exclusively into upgrading our buildings and economy. Now that we do have our land armies mostly together, between this army and this army, we should pretty much have a pretty good run of Western Europe, unless the Dutch, get ideas, in which case that would actually probably pose a challenge. Between this army here in Cologne, well, that's almost entirely artillery. I didn't even notice that. That's wow. Okay, maybe that wouldn't present much of a threat. And then this army, which actually is a proper army, though without a general. Actually, it doesn't look like. Unless they got like guys hanging out over here in Dresden, I don't see any Dutch generals, which is odd. Uh, and then over here, we are the, I wouldn't say dominant military power, I would say the single military power. Um, I don't think that any of the factions that are currently existing in the Americas have enough military backing to come after us. Certainly not France, because they're crippled and not out of the game, but effectively so. They can still be a thorn in our side, but not enough of a problem to merit any sort of over concern. Spain, I'm not entirely sold on their placation yet. They do have rather a large number of territories between over here, and then the territories over here in Italy as well. Not to mention their New World colonies in Mexico and so on. So they are getting quite a lot of income that we will have to concern ourselves with when we go up against them. But enough of my babbling and blathering. We've got things to do, so let's end the turn and see what happens. All right, not much to be said for that particular uh, inter turn period. We've got this cannon, which we are going to bring down near Williamsburg, Virginia here, and bring this army down as well. I think there was one unit in here that needed a bit of a patch up. Yeah, this guy who's got a boatload of experience but is almost dead. So we'll bring those units down, and now begin dumping money with a fair degree of fervor and rigor into improving things in... Let's see, you can dump that. Are there any farms that could use upgrading? It's a cannon foundry, conservatory. What else? What in America? Is there anything I can build for 500? That'd be a farm. There's one. Yeah, we'll fix you up for 500. And, yep, there's a bunch more money coming in. What are we at for Europe? Oh, we did kick that back down. I thought we did. Cool. So, my next plan militarily is to be moving these troops out of Flanders. As you can see here, the forces garrisoned are generating 7 repression on the lower orders, 7 on the upper orders. Obviously, since the lower order is smaller, they are our benchmark. So as soon as that hits 7, we're going to be yanking this army out to go move around a bit, and we'll reinforce them out of here to make sure that they have adequate troops and so on. So, actually wondering, do I need these guys? I don't really need the demis, because they're more powerful, but I really need mobility more than anything, so I'm going to chuck these. Go ahead and disband those, and take a little bit more extra money, and start moving south. In about 2 turns to head on to Savoy here. Nope. We've got another gentleman in Canada. I don't know why the Americas are our gentleman spawning place, but we've got 3 of them in there. And I lost a gentleman in here as well, so I suppose it all balances out in the end. However, an important development over here that you might have noticed during the interim period is 1, we're going to heal these guys up, and 2, the Prussians have taken Cologne from the Dutch. So this army that I was going to sit in here, yeah, that's not going to happen. We're going to run over there and grab that as quickly as possible. Suppose I'll leave a token garrison behind. But yeah, this is ours now. Thank you. Auto-calc. Thank you. Thanks, Germany. Pleasure doing business. What do we got over here? Okay. There is a slight chance that we will have to fight them, though hopefully not. I don't really want to repair anything over here because I'm fairly certain the Germans will just come in and burn it back down, so I'm not going to waste the income on fixing any of that up. I will, obviously, waste the income on fixing that up. And that's keeping public order there. And I'll put... Let's see, what does that give me? Versus that. Put in that building. Okay. And I'm going to take some of these troops, move them this way. The army over here is going to need reinforcement, because I'm fairly certain the Prussians might make a move. I'm not sure if the Dutch here are going to run cover for us or not. Obviously, it wouldn't be intentional, but there is the possibility that, on a whim, they might just kind of stand in that region and bother about with getting in the way of the Prussian forces there. Jump back to the Americas and grab you. Bring you down this way. There's my cannon. There you are. And join up with him, so that'll be a couple of turns before that happens. Interesting. They don't seem to have much bother about them for being controlled by the British. Now, I'm not entirely sure as to why, but I won't question it too hard, lest it go away. That was a nice little surprise. I don't know why they jumped in and then immediately vacated the settlement. I don't see what the advantage to not sitting on that settlement was. Because it's a defensive position, it's fortified, it's the best place that they're going to be able to fight back against the Dutch. So I don't know what that game plan was, but I'm really okay that it happened. We've got a gentleman in Europe, finally. It's nice. Move you down here to do research. Okay. I suppose you can work on Candace drumming to get us some quicker move speed on the terrain or on the campaign map. Kevin McDowell, our general, who has been languishing away in Port Royal, Jamaica, who I've not bothered really to pull into the fighting proper, has gained a trait. Building's been improved. Agent constructor had the trait gain. 15 loaves of sugar. How much? Check my trade maps. How much is sugar worth? 15. That actually might not be. Or might be worth investing in. Improving these. Yeah, I think I will do. And then jump over here, see if there's anything I can improve for 2,000. There is. Brilliant. I'll improve that. And are the Hanoverians with the Prussians? I'm pretty sure that they are. Trade partners, yes they are. Wittenberg and Hanover are allied with the Prussians. I need to get these up and running because these are generating no income. Let's see if I'm gonna undo that and plonk some of these down in here. I think that is the better use of resources for the moment. And oh, didn't even realize that port was vacant. So we'll fix that port up as well and get some income coming in through there. What kind of trade port? Okay, I didn't know if France had put a fishery in there or what. So those guys are getting repaired. I wonder. I don't want to send a military unit out through here because he might get killed, but I do kind of want to scout into Brandenburg because I think that is all the Prussians have left. So if I can nick that off of them, not that that's a major faction, not that they've been overly crippling, but it might be worthwhile just to have them off the map and stop having them throw peace treaties for Maine in my face. So I think that's what I might do. I'm going to take this gentleman. Yeah, he's probably better served over there, but at the moment I'm willing to sacrifice his research advantage for the intel gain. and not having to worry about losing a person. Although, you know, if I were to get like a minister or an actual spy, I would certainly send them over and recall my gentleman back to his researching duties. Anyway, don't think there's anything else to speak of to do. How are we in here for repression? Generating 5 a turn. That's going to go down. So 5 more turns, we can actually pull all of our troops out of Paris, which is which will be nice. And those troops we can actually send down into Savoy to see what the deal is down there. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's too many things in the way of troops. There's a massive, massive navy. They're largely low-level ships, it seems. Sloops and brigs, mostly. But numbers, still, if you send up a bunch of good ships against those, you better make sure that you have some numerical, something to level the field numerically. Anyway, onwards and upwards. Okay, we've got Division of Labor done. We've lost somebody. Kevin McDowell, after having gained whatever trait that he gained in the last part that I don't remember, has passed away. Terrible loss that is. I entirely forgot that he was here. Okay, France has taken another big army of garbage and stuck it in the way of our port, which has cut our income by about half, actually. So that's not good at all. Over here, that's already upgraded. Yeah, let's upgrade settlement Liverpool here. And in this settlement, we have... Or how are we doing on repression? Okay, they're absolutely fine. Almost pleased that we're running them now. Okay, so we can pull all of these guys out as well. Bring them this way. Pull these guys out. Join them up. And... Mr... Who are you? Colin McLaren. Very nice. Mr. McLaren, you've a mission for king and country, sir. You must move this way with all speed. And... Okay, slowly ticking down. And down here, we do have a Spanish army making inroads into here. Nothing dangerous, but it is going to cause some bother as we deal with getting France locked down sufficiently. Okay, so we can put something in Manchester in England. We've upgraded these iron workshops. It's very nice. Do we have the technology to continue upgrading that? I thought we did. No, we don't have blast coke furnace. So you actually, you are going to research. I think it'd be better off for you to research socket bayonet. And Orleans, once it gets finished, will research coke furnace. I should think. Let's see. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Okay, yeah, go away. New casting technique. Better kind of steel has been developed. It's very nice. Chuck those. We've already looked at those. We are guarding that port. And And over in America, where's that cannon in relation to where it needs to be? It should be joining up now. Okay, next mission. Hey, the Cherokee. You want to be friends anymore? Well, you can't be. So we're going to take that off of you. Although, can I... Where's my troops? There they are. But, I might be better served taking out this major army here, because that's nothing. So I think we'll do that first. We'll march into the Appalachian Mountains first. And then we'll move into Cherokee territory. Hopefully within striking distance to actually hit them on the first go. And clear out these iron workshops. They do have some artillery, a general, some cavalry. You know, it doesn't look like it should be anything that would give my army too much trouble. And you, my good man, head into there, please. And next turn. Okay. As you saw there, we had some raids conducted in France. We have, I think, a new agent. Yes, we do. Just in time for him to be entirely out of range of being useful. Because I am going to run my gentleman up, because I do want to see what that is, so I can see if I can move my army ahead or no. Let's move you up this way. Up a little further. Actually, do you have a university in this region, Prussia? You do. See if you can't steal some research. And William Camper, who is one of our ministers. Which one? Good God, you are an incredibly effective Chief Justice. And you're 70 years old, so you're gonna die soon. Look at that. Look, he's ridiculously good. He's maddening. Everything that he does is a positive trait. To be fair, though, our PM is no one to shake a stick at either. He's rather competent as well. Wish I could say the same for the Minister to the Americas, Mr. Hook here, but the Army Minister, the Treasury Secretary, or not Treasury Secretary, the Chancellor of the Exchequer, Secretary of War, Chief Justice, and the PM, the First Lord of the Admiralty, all very effective. And then our Minister for the Americas only moderately so. I'm going to figure out the trade winds. We have sorted those out and how those work. Buildings have been built. Hooray. I'm going to plonk down some textiles there in, was that Manchester? Yeah, Manchester. What's our income at? 17. Any farms or the like that I can upgrade in the Americas? Perhaps in one of the Native American settlements. Or this one. Upgrade that. Okay, and then my army is here. And I would like it to be here. And I will wait until next turn. Can I strike this in the next turn? I can. Okay. So at the start of the next turn, I will move him in. Mr. Boyce. That raid has been done. Are you within striking distance of Paris? And also, how am I having to deal with you? Because you're outside. You're in Brussels. Perhaps I should have built a church school in one of those locations. Oh well. Let's grab some of these troops. And yeah, you are just within striking distance of this particular army, so we're going to grab these guys. And these guys. Because we're not going to be able to make it back to keep the city under order. Whoops. Yeah, okay. Didn't expect him to actually attack me, but sure. Let us attack.